Did you do it? Is it
Yeah,
videoing?
it's videoing. I'm with my sister.
Hi! Hello, YouTube people.
Yeah. Happy birthday, dear J-Lo. Welcome back to my channel, Pastiche House. It is Lisa here. I hope you guys are well and this video finds you well, and I hope you had an amazing summer. It looks like it's pretty much over. It's getting cold here anyways, but I am in the Montreal area. So I spent almost 5 weeks with my family in the Windsor area and in Ontario, Windsor, Ontario. Anyways, and I had an amazing time. It was a very, very much needed, overdue vacation and getaway, and you know, spend time with my family, and I loved every minute of it. It was awesome. I miss them already like crazy. Anyways, but that being said, my sister and I, we got to some crafting, and what we did is we made some faux rice papers. So, and it is surprisingly like so easy, like so easy, because rice paper itself could be quite expensive, but to make it yourself, very easy. So, and it's very like minimal supplies. So you just need some like cheap white glue, Elmer's glue, whatever, school glue, black coffee, you could use tea, you could water down some brown acrylic paint, you know, because we were totally going for that vintage look, because that looks amazing in some art journals, junk journals, whatever, right? Your daily journal, whatever like floats your boat. So anyways, without further ado, I'll show you our video, and I will catch you on the other side. So for the glue mixture, you want to use 2/3 white glue, any cheap white glue, and 1/3 1 part coffee. Okay, so what you want to do too is use parchment paper, or you can use like any liner that is like non-stick, like inside of a cereal box, whatever. We just use parchment paper, and you need to do a pretty thick layer of the mixture down on the parchment paper, and then we used napkins, and we tried a couple different items, but mostly napkins. And what you want to do is make sure you really saturate the napkin with the mixture on the bottom and on the top. And also it's important to note that most napkins have 2 or 3 ply, so you definitely want to take all those plies apart and have a 1 ply, just use the 1 ply in this project. Yeah, so then what you do is at the end, once it's all saturated with a mixture, you want to see how she's kind of like jabbing the ends in. You want to do that. Number 1, it looks kind of cool. Number 2, it's easier to peel it off the parchment paper once it dries. And we left it drying overnight. Hey, Daryl. She likes to lay under the table while we were crafting. Okay, so we also used a cheesecloth. So what we found too is it was better if you fold it in half at least, because when you leave it as just one, you know, as she has it right here, it took forever and a day. Like we literally had to pour the mixture on top. There's cute Daryl just sleeping under the table. Oh my gosh, she's so adorable. My sister and I, we were running around to do like some last minute things. And okay, so she drops me off at the pharmacy because I had to go pick something up. And as she drops me off, I see a bee in the back of her car. So of course I freak out. So I'm like, Angie. And she doesn't hear me, and she takes off in the car, and I'm just like, ah, shit. Because I hate bees, right? So I'm like, oh my god, I'm all nervous because I'm like, the bee is in the car, and I don't know. Like, big deal. If you get stung, it's not the end of the world. I've been stung a couple times in my life, and I live to tell about it. But anyways, I don't know what it is. I just hate them. So now she comes, picks me up, and I'm like, oh my god, there's a bee in the back of the car. I was trying to call you. She's like, oh, she doesn't care. She's like, roll the windows down, whatever. But me, of course, I have like anxiety over it, and I'm like, oh my gosh, whatever. So now we go to the next place, which was the dollar store. So she dropped me off again. So she dropped me off. I go pick up whatever the hell I went there to pick up. I don't even remember. Probably art stuff. Anyways, so as I come out of Dollarama, I see a red car parked with the lights on. So of course I'm like, oh, there's Angie. So I walk over, I get in the car. As I sit in the seat, I notice the person gets out, right? So I'm like, where the hell are you going? And all of a sudden this woman looks down and she's like mortified. And I'm like, oh my fuck, not even the right car. Sorry. So I jump out of the car and I'm like, as I jump out of the car, I see my sister's coming like in the parking lot, right? So I see her and I'm just like, oh my God. So as I look back, the woman's walking and she's like looking at me like I'm a crazy person, right? But I'm like, sorry. So I jump in the car and my sister's like, what happened? What's going on? And so I'm like, oh my God, I jump in the car and I give her hell for leaving. Oh my God. So I'm telling my sister this story. She was laughing so hard, like tears down her face. She had to almost pull over because she couldn't drive. Oh my God. So if you know me, you know that's a normal, typical Lisa move. If you don't know me, well, yeah. Hi, I'm Lisa and that's a typical Lisa move. So, oh my God. So anyways, moral of the story, always double check before you just jump into some frickin' stranger's car. Okay? Yeah. Okay. Anyways, back to the video. Okay, anyways, so yeah, so I think we got to the point where it was just taking too long. And also what we did wrong, hi, there's my finger. Also what we did wrong was well, I don't want to say wrong. It's live and learn. But our brush was way too small. So the next day we went out and got bigger brushes because this was like redonkulous. Like it took forever. Like we got to the point, especially with the cheesecloth, that she just poured it on top. You had to, because she would have been there like till morning just trying to saturate this cheesecloth with the coffee mixture. But that being said, I really loved the way the cheesecloth turned out. So what we did is we just used this little plastic container and just stirred it. You can, put the lid on and shake it around too if you want or whatever, but we just kind of mixed it together. And again, you can also play with the parts we found. It does have to be heavy-handed in the glue, but nonetheless, you could always add more coffee if you want it a little darker, less coffee if you want it a little lighter, and instead of the coffee, you could just use water. You know what I mean? Anyways, you just play around with it. So, yeah. Oh boy. So yeah, we're still working on the cheesecloth. So let me speed that up or we'll be here all night. But anyways, yeah, but it is worth it. It really is worth it. I will be doing that again. We just needed a bigger brush and it does soak up a lot of the mixture, but it's fine. So we did all of these. I love the dollar ones. But any napkins you find that you like, the more white on the napkin, the better the turnout. Like the third ply or the second ply on some of the napkins that were just plain color, or even if you find yourself like white napkins, those, in my opinion, turned out probably the best. Hey guys, I had to come back and drop in here just to let you know I found the most adorable journal. Like, oh my gosh, I was at Renaissance, which is Goodwill here in Laval, and for $2 I see this box and I'm like, oh, what's this? I opened it and it was like, oh, like, okay, I'm overselling it, but it is so cute. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. I'm not gonna do anything. I know, I'm just gonna sit there and look at it because it's pretty. And that's what I like to do. I collect these pretty things and I just look at them, but it's like, use them. But I never do. Okay, I'm really overselling it now, but check it out. I'll put a little video in here. Check it out. Okay, sorry, back with rice paper making. Okay. I don't know where she got those from. Like us, we picked up ours from like the Dollar Tree, Dollarama, and I picked up a couple packs from Home Hardware. So anywhere you see some napkins that you like or any that you have laying around the house, definitely give this project a try. It's definitely worth it. especially if you like doing, you know, art journaling, junk journaling, anything like that. I've already used up almost all of mine. Ooh, it is special. Oh yeah, that's nice. Oh yeah, that is nice. This is really good napkin. That's like a little bit. Like that. Yeah, that's pretty magical. Oh, that looks easy.
Yep, want to try this one?
Nope, because you can't rip it. So it's... Oh, okay. Oh, that looks like easy.
It's a little damp.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, see, we need to make it thicker because it's more like a, it's not like a skin because it's...
Yeah, because the glue didn't stick inside because this is very wide. So keep it double layered.
For texture.
Yeah, it's cool. I like it.
Yeah, then it's double layered.
Yeah, but I like it. Anyways, we could do it. This is definitely usable for texture. I'm very happy with the outcome. The bigger brushes for sure. It's a little.
Yeah.
Oh, looks good. Look through the.
Oh, it does do that. Yeah.
Oh, I love it. Look at the texture. She's right. I don't know who did we get the idea from? Anyways. Just plain with a little bit of the coffee. Like this. Oh my god, look at that.
Beautiful.
Awesome. So here's a before and the after for the cheesecloth. And then we also did just a water mixture with the glue just to see how the napkins would turn out without that vintage kind of look. And for this one, we used a napkin that's kind of like a wine theme or whatever. So yeah, it did turn out nice. But nonetheless, I really like that vintage style. So here we were just preparing the base, and then we put the napkin on top, and we were just reusing our parchment paper, you know, haste not waste. So anyways, and now you see this the next day, and we got a big brush, and this big brush, this one does the job. It was just when we got a local like hardware store. So yeah, and you got to be careful. If you go too hard, you'll rip it. You'll see there's a rip there, but for me, I don't care because I rip it anyways. It's just like a tissue paper now.
Yeah, like it just feels like a normal napkin.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's like tissue paper,
It's like
not
tissue
rice
paper.
paper. Okay, so this is how you make napkins into
Tissue paper.
And then we'll
But
make...
we're looking for the rice paper effect. This is like really like tissue paper.
Yeah.
Alright. So, well, we learned something from it.
Yeah, that you
But
make tissue
you
paper
don't
out of big napkins.
Hey, if you ever need tissue paper, quickly wrapping a present and you need some cool tissue paper.
Yeah, like look at you take it and then...
If you're moving and you want to be fancy. Rice paper, it could be very expensive and hard to find, so that's why I think doing it yourself is awesome. And here's an example of a whole bunch that we did. It was a lot of fun. It's definitely, you know, they're gonna find their way in my art journals and junk journals and stuff. So let me know in the comments if it's something you know, you might try one day. Thank you so much for watching. I always appreciate when you spend time of your busy day with me. You know I really appreciate you. So anyways, my next video will also be kind of Windsor themed, because what I did is I kind of kept a journal with line and wash while I was there. So I will do a little flip through. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. And if you haven't clicked on the notifications, also please do so, so you know when I upload. Alright, so keep an eye out for that one. Again, thank you so much for spending time out of your busy day with me. I always appreciate it. Much love. Bye for now. I'll catch you next time. Bye.